My Streetfighter has a serious problem. Let me explain. Now, if you own a Ducati V4, you know or have probably heard about the water pump issues, and I'm pretty sure mine has the same issue. So what happens is that the water pump will start leaking from the left side of the motor, and it'll pool coolant in the V because it's a V4. It pools coolant in the middle, of the V, unfortunately. So I went to a bike meet yesterday, and I rode to my friend's house first to meet up with him so we could ride there together. And I park it in his driveway, and I look on the left side, and there's coolant just pouring out of the left side of the motor. Now, a little caveat, it was 105 degrees that day, which is like 40 degrees Celsius for the European people. So it was pretty hot, and I'm not sure if that's the reason that happened. I've owned this bike for about a month and a half, no issues. Never seen that happen before. Yesterday was the hottest day that I've ridden it. Again, 105 degrees. Parked it, and I just see coolant coming out of the left side where the water pump weep hole is. And yeah, I think that's a pretty early sign of it failing, unfortunately. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not a catastrophic failure where, you know, the motor's blowing or something like that. But it's kind of a nuance that I just don't want to deal with. The part is $400, which is pretty expensive. But I'm probably going to end up doing it myself anyway, so it didn't look too hard to replace. I've watched a couple videos. Third gear, holy shit. Yeah, I've watched a couple videos. It doesn't look too hard to replace. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with this, man. The bike is 100%. Aside from that, there's no issues related to the crash. It's 100%. The forks work, the triple tree is fine, everything is okay. I've ridden it probably 200 miles so far, no issues, aside from it leaking coolant. So I'll see if that gets worse, if I need to replace it, or should I just do it now just to get it out of the way. I don't know. This thing, I won't lie to you, this is my favorite motorcycle I've ever owned. Nothing compares to the Streetfighter. Just the amount of looks that this thing gets is pretty insane. Like, I pulled up to a bike meet yesterday, and there was one other guy in a Streetfighter. Man, we parked next to each other, and everyone's going up to us just asking questions and shit like that. I really don't know what I should do about the water pump thing, man. Like, I know I should probably replace it just to be proactive, but if it's not currently leaking, by the way, there's still a dent in the swing arm. I have a new swing arm, I just don't have a new chain, so I can't. I want to change both of them at the same time. I got to break the chain anyway, so got to get a new chain. Anyway, if it's not like leaking all the time, my assumption is that it was based on the weather and not the fact that you know, it's broken. I hope it isn't broken, man. I've been seeing people on Facebook or like Reddit that have replaced water pumps every 3,000-4,000 miles, and this is a $400 part. I really don't want to have this bike have that problem. I hope it's not that. Genuinely hope it's not that. Yeah, man, I don't know what to do. I'll be honest. The bike is fine, you know. I'm just kind of scared that one day it's going to actually fail and I'm going to get stranded somewhere. Yeah. I want to make another video about how, it's going to sound dumb, this bike doesn't feel that crazy, especially with all the electronics. It's got wheelie control, traction control, slide control. It doesn't feel that fast because the electronics make it so the front wheel doesn't go up if you have that on, and then obviously it doesn't spin because traction control. It feels really normal. And it's a weird thing. It didn't feel any faster than my MT-07, and I know that sounds stupid. That sounds really, really dumb. I want to make another video. It'll probably piss a couple people off, but hey, that's what YouTube is for.